Gaia Redgrave, Rewilding the Artist. Research your experience. Absorb what is useful. Reflect on what is useless. Add what is essentially your own. Bruce Lee. Introduction. Rewilding is brave, groundbreaking, and completely different to anything that has been done before. It is the first steps to instilling change for neurodivergent artists in the cultural sector. The world can seem totally alien where everyone talks a different language and acts differently to how I experience the world, which causes very high levels of anxiety, misunderstandings, confusion, and isolation. Gaia. Rewilding has enabled Gaia to break down barriers, enabling her to access aspects of the arts that have previously been either very challenging, completely closed, or even damaging to her as a neurodivergent person. Reimagining. The aim of the research and development project was to reimagine and manifest my practice in a way that nurtures me as a neurodivergent person by integrating all aspects of my life, including my autistic sensory diet, and removing barriers to funding opportunities and spaces within the arts. Gaia. The importance of self-care. Plotting a new route. Rewilding usually relates to restoring land to its natural state to protect the environment. Rewilding the Artist was about restoring Gaia to her natural state as a neurodivergent artist, to nurture and create equilibrium in her life, her artistic practice, and to ultimately protect her well-being. It was important to develop the rewilding process in a supportive environment that enabled Gaia to feel safe on her creative journey of self-care. It was also important for Gaia to redevelop her own practice within the aims of the project before then supporting others. Like putting on your own oxygen mask first. Morag Ballantyne, Rewilding the Artist Evaluator. Authenticity. Gaia is creating change by modelling within her own practice the change neurodivergent artists need within the wider arts sector. Rewilding the Artist has helped Gaia to understand and appreciate her process as an artist. It has enabled her to connect her work more deeply to the land and environment and be authentically herself as a neurodivergent artist. It has supported her to find the courage to use the skills that often she had hidden away in her practice to appear neurotypical. I am finding my own way in my arts practice. Rewilding is the experience of finding my space in the world and total integration of myself with my practice. Gaia. Paths walked. The development of a circle of support, the search for kindred spirits, and removing isolation. Understanding the self in order to restructure a creative practice that manifests well-being. Facing and dispelling fears. Practice development. Exploration of innate accessibility. Exploring new and authentic ways of documenting work. Forming links with curators. Applying design theory to the process. Challenges. Pitfalls and fear traps. Rewilding isn't an easy process. It requires bravery and a circle of support. It isn't always pleasant, and there can be some hard lessons. Examining the fear traps can identify the need and importance of self-care. Forcing stuck to be unstuck does not work. Instead, consistently putting into practice the solutions developed within rewilding facilitates meaningful change. Stopping the fight and becoming the change is the only sensible route forward for self-care as an artist. I still need to live with the fact that some people don't necessarily like me because of my neurodivergent traits. However, that is okay, as I am my autistic self, working from a point of kindness. Gaia. Courage. Summits climbed. Forging new paths during the journey, where there has been no precedent set by others. Building confidence and stepping away from previous experiences into a new way of working. Having the confidence to say no or change direction and not falling into old patterns. Trusting the process. When lost or stuck, remembering to return to a place where actions are aligned with the rewilding process. Making space to value the reflection time the project deserved. Rewilding the Artist has changed me as an artist and as a person. I am Gaia. Gaia. Achievements. Enjoying the view. All of the following activities are directly attributable to rewilding the artist. This level of work would have been inconceivable prior to the project. Collaboration with trees, buildings, and even people. Residency at Oriel Mostin with Utopia's Bach Collective. 5 talks about the impact of rewilding. 2 public experimental events. Embarked on a new body of work incorporating embodied weaving, a technique developed during the project. Development of a body of experimental work. Creation of a collaborative sound work. Exhibited work in 2 exhibitions, London and Anglesey. Approached by 2 universities to talk about neurodivergent sustainable practice. Achievements. Enjoying the view. Experimental work accepted for Goyle Mataboliaith Festival, Bangor. Developed 3 ongoing project strands, Earth Song, Rewilding the Artist, and Cathedral of the Trees. Cathedral of the Trees received funding from Utopia's Bach to test and further develop. Created an audio work for Oriel Brondanu, exploring what a gallery space could become. Approached by Neuro Art Exhibition to be their neurodiversity access consultant. Developed a sustainable, fully integrated and embodied practice. Co-created a kindness pledge to be developed into a contract. Co-created a new website that reflects me and my new practice. Happiness. Became free to be unapologetically me and embrace my autistic joy in my work. The rewilding journey has enabled Gaia to explore and navigate her identity as a neurodivergent artist, to seek peace and connection, and to disrupt traditional or prescribed way of looking and understanding. Morag Ballantyne. Reflection. You cannot get lost in a labyrinth. Trust and have the confidence to stay rooted in the process. Have the courage to explore paths you did not intend to. Find your tribe and surround yourself with people who can support your process, including a mentor and an evaluator. Separating and analyzing all components is essential before rebuilding. Order, disorder, reorder. Fear traps and being stuck are opportunities for learning. Recurring themes should be observed, understood, and addressed. Capturing learning. Commit to doing things differently and to do things your way. Have the courage to be authentically yourself. Reflection and evaluation are as important as doing. Access support is only part of the answer to achieve equity. Recommendations. Breaking new ground. Extrapolating the rewilding framework and testing with others to help people find their own route through rewilding. A wider strategic conversation to take place about a culture of care and kindness in the creative sector. Instilling change at all levels: artist, university, student and lecturer, producer, funding, curatorial and director level. No stone left unturned. Development of the kindness pledge into a collaborative contract. Visioning equity. Implementing effective access support and removal of barriers from every opportunity, funding application and art space from beginning to end, while recognizing the importance of intersectionality. The facilitation of others through the rewilding process. A cultural shift in the sector, instilling a culture of care and kindness, leading to equity and valuing all people. Hashtag Rewilding the Artist. Hashtag ND-led arts. Hashtag ND leading change. Hashtag actually autistic. Hashtag we shall not be removed. Ultimate vision. All artists thriving using the rewilding process. A shift in cultural outlook that fully embraces and integrates non-traditional ways of working and creating. Employing a culture of care and kindness to all that manifests true equity within the sector. Removal of barriers for all artists through different artist approach, true access support, and genuine attitudinal change. Acknowledgements and gratitude to Alan Whitfield and Ruth Fabi, DAC. Dr. Alison Green, Central St Martin's, UAL. Bethan Burnside, NeuroArt Exhibition. Kathy Waller, DAO. David Nash. Ewan Williams, FUSAR. John Adams. Julie Uppmeyer and family, Plasbodva. Kate Spence. Cruz, mentor. Lindsay Colborne. Lisa Hudson and Sarah Pagoda, Goyle Metaboliaeth. Morag Ballantyne, project evaluator. Nick Cherryman. Rose Green, Sorori Moore. Rowan Flynn. Ruth Claxton, East Side Projects. Samina Ali. Saran Dolma, Oriel Brandanu. Sian Griffiths and Louise Wright, ACW. Stefan Jones Hughes, Director, Oriel Davies. Zipporah Johnston, Nuke Collective. Utopia's Bach Collective. Vijay Patel. Zen Redgrave. Kindly funded by Arts Council Wales Lottery Fund. Gaia Redgrave, Rewilding the Artist. At the centre of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. Lao Tzu.